Rock and roll tonight. My name is Paul Conti. I am from Staten Island, New York. I am the owner of Casa Specialty and Fine Cakes, currently in Vero Beach, Florida. This evening we're going to crumb coat a two-tiered wedding cake to get ready for our 5-minute challenge later in the segment. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to even these two champagne chiffon cakes so we can get a nice level cake when we crumb coat them. You have to always make sure that these are level, because if not, you'll have a topsy-turvy wedding cake when you don't want a topsy-turvy wedding cake. And trust me, it happens all the time, especially down here in Florida. Heat and cakes just don't go together. Alright, so now we have our first cake cut and leveled. We're going to put a little buttercream, which is our Italian buttercream, and it's fragrance with orange blossom water, a little Grand Marnier, some orange zest, and a little tang. And I'm sure anybody watching this will know what tang is. Just put a little on there, just to keep the cake from not sliding off. Lay it on, even it up, get all the crumbs off, and we'll start piping. Now you're probably wondering how I started this whole mess. There was one night I was home sitting with my wife and we were actually watching the Cake Wars. How ironic. And you know, we were kind of at a crossroads in our life and down in an area that we really don't know and we're not really accustomed to. So, you know, my wife said to me one night, she says, "Hey, you know, you want to make cakes?" I says, "Well, you know, I went to culinary school in the Navy and I was a submarine chef, and you know, there wasn't anything that wasn't thrown my way." So I says, "Hey, why not? Let's give it a shot." So we thought about it for about an hour or two on what the name of the company would be, and you know, we didn't want to go with a Cakes by Mary Lou or, you know, Taste of this or Taste of that. So we decided, being Italian and from New York, that we would go with, you know, a one name company. And you know, I said to her in the kitchen, "What's homemade in Italian?" She Googled it. She said Casa. So I says, "All right, that's the name." And for the last year, 2 months, and what's today's date? June 22nd, 22 days. We've been plugging along making cakes. And we've been rocking and rolling ever since. All right. So now we got we're about to start crumb coating our cake now, making sure it's all even. Now the key to crumb coating is you don't need a lot of buttercream. Basically, with crumb coating, all you're doing is clogging up the pores, so you lock in your moisture. If you add too much, don't worry about it. You can always scrape it off. Move this over here, it's a lot easier. Now after we crumb coat these 2 cakes, what we're going to do is we're going to put them back in our walk-in cooler, where in the dead of the summer, most of our cakes are crumb coated in the refrigerator because it's just too damn hot in Florida. Alright, so now I'm using my trusty painter's spatula, which there's a lot of tools you can use at your local hardware store that actually work perfect for cakes. And I like to get down and make sure this is all level because it helps when stacking a cake. Almost done, guys. Alright, and that's our first crumb coated tier for our wedding cake. I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'll be right back. Okay. Next we're going to do a quick 6-inch and we'll get on our way. Stop it. Stop. 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 Stop.